Hi, welcome to One Question with Uptop Health. And today's question is, why do companies struggle with implementing design thinking? And Craig, why don't you start us off?
Okay, so that's a great question. Design thinking is a really popular topic, I think, across enterprises, trying to figure out how to create innovation, to redesign things, to innovate within their not just their digital products, but also across how they work in their problem solving. And I think one of the big problems that we've seen is it's a culture change. It's needing to not just look at the mechanics of how to apply design thinking and the steps and the exercises, but it's really getting buy-in from leadership, and then buy-in from middle management, if you will, and buy-in from the individual contributors that are doing the work, to a new way of thinking. And oftentimes if you're working within a company that's focused on efficiency and productivity, then this idea of innovating, which is inherently wasteful, is counter to how you function and how you do your work. The other challenge, I think, other than cultural, is this idea that they try to apply design thinking to a really big problem. And so they bite off too much. And what happens is, if you create an initiative that's too big, where you don't have enough buy-in and enough champions working within that same approach, you can get fatigue. You can not have the quick wins that you need. And ultimately it can fail. And so, what we've seen in companies is there's a lot of people that say, yeah, that sounds great. And then they sit on the sidelines and wait until it doesn't work. And then they say, see, I told you so. So I think oftentimes that's where the challenge lies.
So my point of view, hitting on some of the similar themes that Craig just talked about, first going with culture, like Craig said, you need that in order for innovation to take place. But specifically, culture needs to map to the values of design thinking. Being able to focus on user-centered mindset versus focusing on profits, right? I used to work at a company years ago that had to hit a monthly subscriber number using what some would say is unethical tactics with no regard for the actual customer. And cancellation rates were always through the roof. But that's an example of, not putting the customer first. And I actually think that when you do that, you can actually, have a long-term positive impact on profits when you do that versus short-term. And the other thing that Craig was talking about was people. You need to have the right people in place, like Craig said, both in leadership that support and encourage these values, but also the people that know how to actually implement this methodology. The third theme I would say is processes. Some organizations, are operationally or not structurally set up to be agile, quick, or iterative. But you need these in order to achieve the outcomes that you're looking for. The last thing I would say is technology. Innovation by nature challenges the conventions by which you operate on today. So you need to be able to think big within and be willing to embrace change to achieve the vision that the organization might have. But all in all, if an organization doesn't check all these boxes, that's okay. I think an agency of experts like us, who has perfected the process can help, either augment, what you don't have, and be a catalyst for innovation by helping you through that design thinking process to achieve the results that you're looking for.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.